I would like to apologize to every single person I've hurt in the past. I think that is the worst thing I've ever done. Even though people have hurt me, I shouldn't have lashed out back at them because honestly, what is the point of lashing out? When you grow up, you realize, oh shoot, that was the dumbest thing you've ever done. You'll never do it again. You know? Obviously, being 14 and 19, about to turn 20 in a few months, you're gonna change. You're gonna be a different person now. You're not gonna be like the same person you were when you were a kid. Everybody has to understand that everybody changes. Doesn't matter who you are. If you were a horrible person when you were a kid, you're gonna be a better person when you grow up. But you got to apologize, and you have to admit that you were a bad person in the past. I admit, I used to be really mean to people, you know? And there were times where people would get mad at me and tell me horrible things, and instead of being a mature person because I was 14, I would lash out instead of actually apologizing. Or I wouldn't actually want to confront the actual situation that was happening in front of my face or to my eyes because I was too scared to say anything that I really wanted to say. So instead, I lash out and say things that I don't really mean just because I want to get under their skin. When you grow up, you realize, oh, well, that was stupid. Just like I said earlier, that was dumb. I've always asked this question: does lashing out actually necessarily make you a bad person? And I say, no. No, it is not. It is not a bad thing to lash out on people. But you do have to apologize after. And if you do apologize, sometimes someone is going to be like, oh, well, you still said what you said. So it doesn't matter what your apology means. Some people are not going to accept your apology. You got to accept that they're not going to accept your apology. That's just how it is. What are some things that shouldn't be excused? Well, I'm going to tell you. At number 1, we got stalking. And why do I bring up stalking? Because I used to get stalked by this boy. We will call him Bonnie because that's what he used to go by online. And mind you, I knew him in real life. So in middle school, this was kind of terrifying. Under any circumstances, it is not okay to follow somebody around, write things down about them, and, this is very important, and spread misinformation about the person you are stalking so they won't have any friends. That's not cool, man. At number 2, we have sexual harassment. That is not okay, okay? Sexual harassment is the dumbest thing you can do. I don't even have to explain myself at this point. At number 3, we have animal cruelty. Again, do I really have to explain myself? How sick do you have to be to even do something like that? At number 4, we have not apologizing. Like I said, apologizing is always a good step to becoming a better person. It's just common sense and common logic. If you don't apologize for the certain things you've done and you know that they were bad, that just gives us a good outlook on how you are. It doesn't matter how hard it is, you should always apologize to someone about something you've done. And the reason why I'm making this video is because a certain someone came up to me and apologized for the horrible thing he's done to me. He didn't sexually assault me or anything like that. He just sort of said horrible things to me. And he sort of did it in front of his friends so they can all see. But the thing is that he has matured as a person, and he has actually come up to me and apologized for the thing he's done. And he said, oh, well, I'm not hanging out with those people anymore because honestly, I want to build up on our relationship again. I want us to be good friends. I want everything to be okay. I'm so sorry for everything I've done. That is how you're supposed to apologize to someone. And if you apologize to someone, you need to mean what you say. Do you understand it? Do you understand me? You need to understand that if you apologize to someone, you actually need to mean it, okay? In conclusion, what I mean is that because you've done something bad in the past, doesn't mean that you're a bad person now. There's always time to change what you've done. There's always time to change yourself. There's always time to apologize to someone. You just have to use your words. You just have to be yourself. And you have to mean everything that you say. This is Lost, and I am so sorry to every single person I've ever hurt in my whole entire life. I'm sorry, okay? I say this deep down in my heart. I'm sorry, okay? I'm sorry.